Before I get started, let me tell you, I had this weird dream before the episode I'm discussing aired, and in it I was Pink Diamond, and it was all creepy and homeworldy, and I couldn't get past thinking, this is weird and it doesn't make any sense with the show. Why would I be Pink Diamond instead of Steven? And then I woke up and my head felt really weird ever since. And somehow the actual episode managed to be stranger than that. How do you do that? Hello, cartoon fanatics, and welcome to Cartoon Corner. I'm your host, RJ, and we're diving back into the newest Steven universe, Escapism. To start, apparently the song used in this episode was leaked months or maybe a year ago, and there were a ton of theories about who sang the song and how it's important to the story. Yeah, I didn't know about any of that until waiting for the episode to air, so if you wanted Discord about theories for that song, this is not the place to find it. As for the episode itself, we directly continue right after Together Alone. Stevonnie is locked up after fusing at the ball, the crystal gems are poofed, and after failure of escape, Steven and Connie unfuse so Steven can try dreaming his way back to Earth to contact Bismuth for backup. That was an exciting prospect, with Bismuth, Greg, and possibly a reformed Peridot and Lapis to be seen in the future, not to mention the inclusion of Lars and the off-color gems who are still flying around in space somewhere. Steven has a lot of allies that can come to his aid at Homeworld. But did we see any hint of that? No, we did not. Instead, we see Steven's journey to try and reach Bismuth through a sentient watermelon. I had completely forgotten about the sentient watermelon from, was it the end of season 2? It's been a long time, and suddenly the watermelon are back, and this episode has little to no dialogue to go with it. This idea was so strange. I mean, it somewhat makes sense, especially if Steven's powers are growing by being on Homeworld, but still, was anyone expecting this? Anyone at all? For the majority of the episode, it seems like a nuisance. Steven's desperately trying to build a boat to get off of the island, and the watermelons are there. Whoopee. But the more I thought about it, the more Steven's current plight could be reflected into this short conflict. The sentient watermelons have made this whole Steven-based society now, painting stars on their stomachs and prepping themselves for another Malachite to fight and conquer. Steven's desperately trying to get them to pay attention to what he's trying to say, but for the most part the group as a whole is too wrapped up in their own rituals and agendas to pay much attention. In a way, this is similar to how Steven has been trying to address the issue of the corrupted gems to the other diamonds, but he hasn't been able to, and he hasn't even been able to be taken that seriously by his fellow gems. On the Watermelon Island, it's only when an observation of a few realize what Steven's trying to do, and then they start to help, leading to more of the watermelon coming to Steven's aid. I don't know if that's foreshadowing of how to take on the diamonds, but communication has always been one of Steven's strong suits. He was unable to speak with the watermelon, so he had to let his actions speak for him instead. Maybe that will be the case on Homeworld. Or maybe I've completely looked into that and I'm just losing my marbles, which could also be the case. Steven does reach Bismuth and Greg after Lion finds him in the ocean. He manages to explain that they need help, and then the dream's over and he's back on Homeworld, leaving him and us wondering what kind of help will come and if anything will come of it. Well, something better come of it, or else this episode would be a waste of time and fandom hype. I really don't have much more to say about this. It's a transition episode. It's giving us time to breathe after the big drama from Together Alone, and it's leading us towards the next act of the Diamond Days arc. So enjoy that breath, because next week, who knows exactly what will go down. I'm not losing sleep thinking about it. I have enough trouble sleeping as it is. But, as always, if you liked this, make sure to put a thumbs up and press that like button. Feel free to comment below of what you thought of escapism and if it's not at all what you expected, because I wasn't sure what I was expecting, but it certainly wasn't what we got. I'm not quite sure if I liked it or not. It just kind of happened. It was a thing that happened to help with story and such. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, that's all I got about it. So hopefully next week we'll have a lot more to unpack. Get sleep, relax. I know that when this episode's airing, it's the beginning of the next semester of the school year for a lot of people, so make sure you get your rest, kiddos. I'm definitely going to. This is RJ signing off. I've got some tea and I'm going to enjoy it. That's good tea.